We saw a lot about the colors and the background colors. Now we'll look at the background image. So this is from the previous example. So for background image, I'll better remove this out. I need to mention the URL of the image. Now let's recollect from our previous example. So this is the HTML file, and the style is actually inside the style folder. This is style.css. Now we are going to mention the URL relative to this style.css. Now just imagine if the image was here in the same folder, all I have to do is just mention the image's name. But the image is not here. I have to come out, which I have to do using // So I came out and there's the images folder. So I came out and there's the images folder. And then I have Robert Downey Jr.'s image. Okay. So this is how you do it. So in background image, we have a few more properties which you will see. Now I have applied the background image to the parent div. So this is what I did. We could also apply this to the body. You don't need a class for the body because it's going to be a single body and you don't need to do that. But if you want to have different effects to different bodies and different HTML files, then obviously you have to do that. Okay, let me remove this. Since div is above body, like even though it is a container, body is a container of div is actually on top of body. So that is why the background color is what you see. But the background color, the background image doesn't start from here. For the body, the image starts from there. Now, if I remove this, you'd see the background. Okay, the one weird thing that you see about this background is the background gets repeated. So it's trying to fill the whole page. Now, what I could do is I could remove the repeat property. We already saw that background images could be set for the div elements. We are focusing on the body so that it has a huge image, and I could show you other properties of background image. Background repeat by default is repeat. Now what I'm going to say is I'm saying no repeat. So the actual image, what is the actual image? The actual image actually took the background with its resolution, whatever resolution came. So the width it came with, it is just using that. Now when I say no repeat, the repeat doesn't happen. When I say repeat, which is the default value, so which is applicable even if you don't mention it, that's the default value. And if you say repeat X, it'll repeat only in terms of this side, the X side. If you say repeat Y, it'll repeat top to bottom. I mean, we don't have that much content to see. So what I'll do is I'll pretty much add this content and again to make this a long page. Okay, make it a bit more. This is a long page now. Okay, I don't think I have much. Okay, let me try the cat image. Probably cat could try to, yeah. So the cat image is not, it doesn't has a long image. So the cat image is just this bit. So that is why it's trying to repeat Y. So when it comes to repeat, you could actually repeat in this sense. What I'm going to do now is I have to make it no repeat to show you another feature. The background size. What shall we do about background size? I mean, let's see if the background has more options. I said background size is 100%, so took the whole size. But what happens if I give like 400 pixels? So it just took 400 pixel size. Let's see. So what happened here was when you mouse over in your VS Code, it shows a MDN reference. When you click at it, it opens your MDN reference. Now the background size has several options. So that's what we see here. So background size has like two values. I mean, the width and the height. We'll see that in some moment. But MDN is actually a very good documentation website that is provided by the Mozilla network. So if you have, if you want to know what are all the properties and what properties do what, this gives a pretty much a very good explanation on that. So in background size, it takes care of the width and the height. So let's say if you say 400 pixel is the width and the 800 pixel is the height, which disturbs the resolution and the proportion of the image. So the image gets stretched. Now, shall I do 100% and 100%? Let's say what happens. So I have with 100% and 100%, the width becomes 100%, but since the text obviously has to take more content, I mean top to bottom, 100% pretty much takes the space of the whole browser window. So let me try to do this. See, this is what happens. So the image takes 100% of the width and 100% of the height. But just think about it. This image, Robert Downey Jr.'s image, is pretty much 1200 and 1700, which comes around 1.40, right? Width into 1.40 is the 1700 value. But here we made it a very rectangle image, so it doesn't works this way. So what we have is, instead of working on this, we have something called background size cover. Let's see what background size cover does. Now background size cover pretty much fills the whole page, so it doesn't leaves any white background or any other background around. So it fills it very well, and as you and in fact, just look at it. I mean the resolution, right? The image itself tries to fill the width. Okay, so what how much ever the width was expanded, that size of height was also expanded, but the content is only till this, right? Only till this. So there's no point of showing that image. So it doesn't goes beyond that. Now there is one more option, which is actually my personal favorite. Is fixed. When you keep this fixed, this doesn't see, the image actually doesn't goes up and down. The image stays where it has to stay. So when you say cover, it typically fills the whole width. When you didn't say cover, it'll just, let me comment it again. It'll just use the image and it'll try to, I mean, it hasn't expanded anymore. So it'll just try to fill whatever it's possible. Now I'm gonna have the background size cover again. So the fixed pretty much made sure that the image doesn't goes where even when you scroll. But when you have, sorry, when you don't have the fixed and just have the cover, the image will scroll. Okay, the image will also scroll. So the background attachment as fixed. Let me change this to scroll. It scrolls now. So this is the default for background attachment. But when I make this fixed, the value, the image, it doesn't moves around. We saw so many options with this, like image, repeat, attachment, and size and cover. We'll see. Okay, the repeat is, we will also see some other features now. I'll try to remove this. Well, what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to cover the whole web page, let's try to put this at a position here. So right top is what I say. Or I mean, since the image is huge, it's a behavior that it does. Let me have the cat image here. So right top, when I say, it stays in the right top place. It doesn't moves anywhere. Now with this as in position, so I can do a left top and left bottom and right bottom. So based on that, this image will react. So when I say bottom, it pretty much goes to the bottom of the page, not the bottom of your display. It goes to the bottom of the page. Now this being combined with background attachment, let's see what happens. Let's say this is fixed. When I say fixed always make sure that your image is very relevant to your display, not your web page. So when you think about it, when I didn't have the fixed, the image actually went to the page's bottom, but now it is in the your display is bottom. So left bottom is what you see. So these are some of the properties of background image and background that you could use to enhance your web page the way you want. So have a dynamic page and a vibrant page with all these features is something you could try and do.